Howdy, howdy. Welcome all. This is my first attempt at a video format that I think would be pretty cool. Uh, Pretty much, I just want to talk about all the pieces of kit that I have, for what I use for my dawless sets, and pretty much show like the reasons and why I have them and like where I incorporate them all in my day-to-day production routine and all that stuff. Uh, right now, I had it MIDI synced to everything, uh, but I caused a MIDI loop from hell and froze the machine drum. So we're gonna fuck around and find out, I guess. Yeah, I had the machine drum going fine, and then it. Oh damn it! Just damn, a soft reset turns off those channels. Okay, I respect it. I'm assuming a soft reset also turns off the MIDI local control. Local control on. Prog change off. Prog change channel off. So yeah, I accidentally froze this thing earlier. But besides that, oops. Tempo in. Let's do control in. Control in on tempo internal. No, tempo external. Let's do tempo. Actually, hold. Before we do that, plug this in. We're not gonna clock the Hydra because I don't really want to worry about that right now. Tempo control external. Control on. Tempo out off. Control out off. Cool. Cool. So that means now it should not freeze. You hear that? There we go. I got it to work at least. Can I change my projects? It seems to be working fine. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Alright. Besides all that, uh, what does all this do for me? I have a Norn Shield, M8 tracker, Hydrosynth, Syntac, machine drum, and the modular shit right over here is useless to me right now until I get a couple more modules. It was a gift from a friend, and I got a couple modules, but I still need to educate myself on where I want to go with this, so we're not even going to talk about that. But it's there. I have cables. It looks cool. I guess we would start with. We'll start with M8 tracker. We'll start in the order of what I've gotten everything, because I used to have an M8 tracker and a M8 tracker and a TD3. I still have the TD3, but fuck, I'm tired. Oh fuck. So I used to have the M8 tracker, Norns, a Beat Step, and what else did I have? Oh, I had a Volca sample. That's what I had at the time, and I would kind of try to piece shit together with that, and then I had a really shitty mixer. But for the most part, the M8 tracker has always been a great staple for a lot of my production. It's arguably well, it's not even like arguably, it is the strongest thing in the fleet, 100%. Why is this being tangled? Yeah, it's 100% the strongest thing in the fleet. It's literally a DAW. It's just a portable DAW. A lot of great jams and shit come out of there, and the FM engines and all that are really good. I need to use it more for like what I can do for progression changes and stuff throughout all the kits and gear, but it's just overall just nice to have when you want to make a complete song that isn't I don't want to mess up the MIDI loop. I'll play it in a minute. But it's nice to have when you don't want to always have to put something together with everything. You can just kind of jam out on it. And it's once I figure out how to use it, it's pretty much like a master control center. Like realistically, the M8 is a better brain than any of these. Uh, it's compact, does a lot, and honestly, the screen's not that bad. Honestly, it's not the worst. If you can play a Game Boy game, you can use the M8 tracker. The Norns. Go to the Norns. The Norns was the second thing I ever bought, and I love it in terms of what it does for me. It is a generative Lua script, uh, like Raspberry Pi type thing made by Monome or Monome or I think it says Monome, Monome. They discontinued this, I believe, because there's a chip shortage, so it kind of doesn't exist anymore. They have the regular Norns. This is the Norn Shield, but they have the regular Norns, but that thing's completely overpriced. I think it's like $600 or some shit like that, 600, $700 or something. It fetches for like a ridiculous price. And realistically, it's like, the shit's cool, but it's not worth $600 cool. I got this as the DIY kit for, I think it was like 250 bucks. Like, it was really cheap. Like, it was pretty justified to get one of these. It's really cool. It has, right now I have Falls running, and I have it piped into the Syntec for the Syntec to be the mixer. And, I mean, it makes pretty shit. Like, the sounds are really, really pretty. It has an annoying ground noise, though. It's just like some Raspberry Pi shit. I don't necessarily know why it does it, but you always hear like a small, like, that you'll hear that noise. It's stupid. But this is just an example of one of the things it uses. I'll play another example, I guess. We'll do Awake. Awake is the first one you get. It's like preloaded. And when you change the scripts, they kind of like transition into each other, which is pretty cool. It's not like the weirdest experience. It's like elegant shit. I don't know. I use it. It's like a Swiss Army knife for a lot of the parts of my sets. You can kind of just like rip out Norns, kind of let it do some ambient shit for a while, maybe twist a few knobs, and then like get you into the next one, like Flora. Flora's a really good one. So if I lower the volume on that and make sure we're not playing anything on this one, and it's MIDI synced. Yeah, that's some cool shit. You can fuck around. Yeah, Norns is cool. Norns has a bunch of cool generative stuff. It has loopers, delayers, all that stuff. But they're mostly just like some nerd algorithmic type shit. But for the most part, just think of them all as like VSTs. They're really, really fucking cool. Really fun. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I'm tired. Alright, I'm not tired. I just busted a dab. That's why I'm yawning. The Syntec. Do I have a jam on here that I can play? All this is like MIDI synced to each other, so like there's no jams really to play on them because these are all kind of like dummy tracks. Like, I have a dummy track pretty much on the Syntec because the M8 is just the last in the chain. So I'm just like, whatever. Well, yeah, M8, not M8, the machine drum. The machine drum is last in the chain besides the Hydra. The Hydra gets controlled by the Syntec, so I can have chords. But besides that, only reason why I have the Syntec right now in this setup is just to be kind of like a MIDI splitter, because it has a pretty robust. I mean, they all have robust IOs, but the Syntec is MIDI controlling Norns. It is MIDI controlling the machine drum. It is MIDI controlling the Eurorack, and it's MIDI, and then it's taking MIDI in from the M8. So that's kind of like how I've got the chain going, and it works pretty well. I just haven't fucked around with the Syntec in a while since I had the machine drum. I need to make some chords and fuck around with that. And I got something new coming that I don't want to spoil yet either. But I have an addiction and I need to stop buying shit. The Hydrasynth, I will be completely honest. It is. I don't know how to play a piano. I don't know how to play a piano. But it is by far the most complicated thing that I have in the fleet. I mean, it's realistically not the worst. It's like not completely complicated, but it's advanced enough that you have to like sit down with it and understand what you're doing. Unlike a lot of these, like even the M8's like FM synth, it's pretty like you can watch one tutorial on just like how FM works with the frequencies and everything, you'll fully understand it. This is pulse width modulation or whatever. Fucking wavetables. It's not the worst. It's just something new to me, and just the way its interfaces, it's not. It doesn't really hold your hand in terms like your envelopes and all that. You can access all of them. It's really fun. It makes sense. It makes complete sense. It's just I have to wrap my brain around how the mutants and all that work, and like being like where I want to route everything, because you can route shit on this like all over the place. Like you have fucking 5 LFOs and you can route them anywhere. Like it's pretty crazy. But all together, this is a pretty insane combo. Honestly, I like what I have here. I wish I had something that was a good example of it. I just got all this kind of like synced up together, so I haven't really made a good composition. I think the best one is probably the drum and bass one, but that was just kind of me dicking around. It's not the best representation of what I can make on it, but whatever. I'll go ahead and we'll do this. I don't want to fuck this MIDI chain up, so I'm going to turn this off, and then I'm going to change the project on the Syntec. The machine drum is old as fuck, so I tend to confuse it a lot, unfortunately. I don't know what I'm exactly doing wrong with MIDI looping, but I'm pretty fucking terrible at it. What's a good example? Let's do this. Fuck it. I think this is like, I think I did this set and then I accidentally did some shit and it fucked it up, but whatever. But this is a good example on the Syntec. It's like shit's fucking. It's not even in the right tempo because it's still being MIDI synced from the M8. But yeah, it's not supposed to be that fast. But that thing jams. It's pretty fun. We'll go back to the other project. Go back to the other. Let me turn this back on. Make sure this thing isn't fucked up. Alright, cool. It's still behaving. Has an issue behaving sometimes. What we got on this? Let's do. That is not your tempo. And actually, we're not even gonna do that one. We're gonna do this one because I love this song. I love this song. Song. Like I haven't been on this thing in a while, so I forgot a lot of the chords. Like that thing respectively just rips like insane. So like that's why I love that thing. Honestly, they all rip. I feel like I have some better examples on the Syntec, but I don't have the TD3 plugged up, and I don't feel like plugging it up. I'm trying to like save room for the new toy that's gonna essentially replace the TD3. But a lot of the jams on that TD3 I'm gonna have to still gig out because they're pretty freaking good. There's some good examples already on the page. But like for the most part, like I like this setup. It's a good performative setup. I need to dig more into using it, but like it's hard to find good examples of people using their gear or using it outside of a few genres. Which is nothing against any of the people making like the genres. It's just I would like a breath of fresh air on the platform for a lot of hardware content. So I feel like, hey, I come in here and give my own spin on how I do things and maybe find some more people who are doing this, because I have to really dig to find shit that really suits my ear and stuff. Like it's hard to find things that not a lot of people are making things that sound like this. I don't even know what I'm trying to make some weird shit. So. I'm just out here just being wacky, pretty much. But I don't know. Maybe putting out the beacon for more weird artists to pull up. Like, I love my techno, I love my house, but it's just oversaturated on YouTube. I gotta hear some fucking. Like, oh, that shit goes in, dude. Like, I love this shit. It's such a good fucking drum machine. Oh, this one is really fucking good. Okay, so I'll play this one and then we'll wrap it up. I like this one a lot too. Well, I like them all, but all these are auditioned on my page. machine drum. Machine drum is the best. It's the best. It's the best one. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. And then it's all being piped into a 1010 blue box, which is a 1010 blue box. I don't know. It's not really anything special. It gets the job done. Utilitarian. Other than that's it from me. FM Shaggy. The one thing you have not noticed, or one thing you probably have noticed, is none of these can. Okay, the M8 can sample, the Norns can sample. I do not use samples. That's the only time I use a sample is for a vocal or aim and break. That's about it. I really love just using what the boxes have themselves, and I like the sound they all make, so I'm happy with that. I could have got a Digitac, or whatever, but I'm not that big into sampling. I've always been into like more synthesis style of producing, so I'm happy. I'm happy with all of it, and you'll be excited to see the new thing that I have arriving as well. It also can't sample, so I'm keeping it in the family. But other than that, if you guys like what you see, I guess, I don't know. I'm going to try to figure out if this is a format that I keep going with, and then maybe try to put a little bit more effort into stuff and more production. But thank you for watching. Catch y'all later. Bye.